Hello my friends, welcome to Gnometastic Tassel Tuesday. This is an open collaboration and it is being hosted by myself and my friend Norma Lisa, the Misfit Florida crafter. And this week's theme is Christmas gnomes. So I have gathered together some items, as you can see. I think I will try to do a pastel Christmas gnome. And so I gathered these items. Besides gathering items, I don't have a plan. That's usually what I do. I gather a bunch of stuff that I think might work, and then I sit down and I create. I don't think it out, I don't plan it out. I just work kind of spontaneously, and I don't always use all of the items I bring, and sometimes I end up going and getting different items. It just depends. So I showed you the pastel, and then I think I'd like to do kind of an old-fashioned Christmas. So I grabbed some of these, and I grabbed this, and I grabbed some tartan or plaid. Again, don't know if that'll make it into the tassel. I grabbed some gold because I might do kind of a regal sort of looking tassel. So I grabbed these items. Again, don't know, but we'll see. And of course, I don't know how much time I'm gonna have. I grabbed some of this. I definitely feel inspired by this for more of the traditional Christmas, or I could work it into an old-fashioned one using, using some of this, so anyway, that's why I grabbed this trim and material. And then I think I accidentally brought this whole thing over, but I do see some gold glitter rickrack sort of stuff, but I think I actually brought this over accidentally. Then I've got some green ribbons to work with. I have some of this green, which I just received this. I believe I received this in Happy Mail. And so I might see if that works with one of them. I have this one I thought maybe for the old-fashioned one, so I'll keep that over here. I have lots of this that I can use. And then I brought this because it's gold and silver and shiny and definitely could work. And then last but not least, I have these two items, and this is white tulle, and then this is stuff that you make the wreaths with, and it's big, but I brought it over because I don't know, you don't know until you try, am I right? So that's all the goodies I brought over. Let's get started. All right, friends, I feel inclined to start with the gold eyelash trim. And the first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and wrap that trim around this book about 25 times. I have also decided to use this vintage piece of trim to create the tie. The tie is, we use the tie for two things. One, to secure our fibers, and two, it creates a little handle so that you can hang this tassel, wherever you'd like to. Now, some people will put a lobster claw on that part of it, a variety of different ways that you can hang your tassel, and somebody could actually put a lobster claw right on this cloth one, actually at the bottom of it, and then clip off the larger part. Or you can leave the larger part on and then it can fit over door handle or wherever you might want to hang it. I'm cutting this fabric. I do prefer to work with fabrics that I can tear, but sometimes when I see a fabric that is as gorgeous as this is, I go ahead and I buy it because it's gorgeous. And if the price is right and I think I'm not going to be able to find it again, and in this case with this fabric I do believe that would be true, then I just dive in and I get it. So I have to go through the painstaking time to cut it. Now I do have a rotary cutter, and I suppose that would be quicker and faster, and I probably should be using that on this, but I just kind of wanted to explain to you what the deal was on that. But we're definitely going to be using this for the gnome hat today. If you saw some of my past videos, you might remember that at this point I would do that part where I take a piece of trim or yarn or whatever, and I tie it to make like a puff top. But on this one, since I'm using hot glue, I'm not going to do the puffy part, which was getting covered up anyway, and you couldn't see it because it became the gnome's hat. But I'm just not doing that part at all. I'm going right in, I'm gluing the fabric to the material of the tassely part, or the beard part of the gnome, and then I'm just twisting it around, and I'm using hot glue, and that, I believe, is enough, especially because there's hot glue involved, to secure those fibers in place. They're not going anywhere. So like I said, trying something new today, and I think it's turning out pretty good. The next step is to add the little nose. Now I'm using these little puff balls, and I bought a bag of them and I just love them, and so that's what I'm using. And this one is kind of a neutral tone, and I ended up putting it on before I finished wrapping the hat. So that is another experiment that I'm doing today, because before I was finishing the hat and then adding the nose, but this nose is a little bit big for as tight as I'm winding this hat. So I thought I would go ahead and put the nose on first and then finish wrapping the hat, and we'll just see how that turns out, see if we like it. All right, friends, this is my first Christmas gnome, and I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and create the gnomes. You saw the steps I took for this one. I'm going to go ahead and make some more, and I'll show you all of them at the end. But this guy is really unique and cute, and I love it. I will add some embellishments to the hat, and so like I said, at the end you will see it, but I do love his hat and the way the fabric twisted and yet has this frayed part on it. I'm going to see if I can actually, let me put that down because it might be easier for you to see, and I'll give you a close-up later, but I just absolutely love these fray marks on here, and then the shape of the hat. I think it's just so cute. So I'll add a few little things to it and then show it to you at the end, and I'm gonna get to work and finish up the rest of the tassels. Hello friends. All right, so I worked on our tassels, and some unexpected things happened, but in the end, I think I'm okay with it. I made 3 small ones, so I'm gonna show those to you first. And I think I'll grab, I think this is the littlest one. I'm gonna show you this one first. So this is our first little gnomey Christmas tassel, and I used this shiny green, it's not thread, but like, I guess trim. And this was given to me in Happy Mail, and I'm so sorry that I can't remember who gave it to me. But you know, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that might be a cute little green beard. So I used that, and I used actually a wooden pot. This is a wooden pot. This was given to me by V. Wills, and then I covered it with fabric, added a little rose, added some gold embroidery floss right here and around the brim of the hat, and then I added some gold for you know, kind of for hair. I didn't have that on there at first, but then it looked a little plain. So I added that, and then I think it looks pretty cute. So, and I will take a still shot of each of these and have those at the end so that you can get an up close look. So that was the first one I want to show you. Now this one is the second one. This one's a little more of like a rustic, homey feeling. I've used yarn for the beard, his little puffball nose, and then I used Christmas fabric that I tore. And again, these are quite small. You can see, you know, there may be 6 inches, and then I put a piece of satin ribbon around the brim of his hat along with a little satin flower. Very simple. I just made these for, you know, to go in some Happy Mails. Just very simple little gnomey tassels. Now here's the third one. Now I really like this one. This has a lot of character. We have the gold eyelash trim for the beard, and then we have our cute little puffball nose. But what I particularly like about this one is the uniqueness of the hat. And I used this material here, and I pulled the edges off so it was like frayed, and then I wound it, and I really like the way that that turned out. This is very unique. I used vintage trim right here, and then I put a gold rose right there, and actually a gold leaf right there. So I think this one turned out really good. This little piece that's springing up is gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna cut that, get that out of there. All right, so here's this one. I think this one is so cute. I think I might list this one in my Etsy shop. This would be a great size for a junk journal. It's so cute, or an ornament in a tree. So cute. All right, so next I'm gonna show you my pastel one. Okay, look at this, you guys. So this is our little girly gnome. She has a pink chenille dress on. She has a big pink nose. She has these cute pink braids. Now, the chenille and this yarn right here, these were both given to me by my friend V Wills at V Will Designs. And thank you, V, I appreciate it so much. So I braided her hair and I put little pink bows in it. And then I had this, all of this was in my Christmas stash that I had in my drawer. And so I put that up there to give it that Christmas feeling. I went around it with this pink, where is it? It's this pink, oh, here it is, yarn, but it's like nylon, and I didn't think I would like, I bought it for the color because I love the color and I love the shine, but I didn't think I would like the texture, but it was great to work with, I have to admit to you. And then I put 3 roses in here. So I think she is just precious. I love her. And so she is the second to the last one. Now here's the last one for the day. And this one's pretty cute too. So this is like our Santa one, if you will. It's not really Santa, but it's got a nice big soft chenille beard, and then his nice big nose. And then I made the hat out of this yarn. Isn't it wonderful? And so I just wrapped that around and then wrapped it up above the nose, and then I added a little bell, and then 2 roses next to the bell, and then a sparkly little ball at the top of his hat. And I just realized that my camera is really zoomed in, and you probably missed some of what I showed you. So, but let me just put them all in the space here. You know, sorry about my messy space. I literally just finished them. So here is the biggest one. And actually, I think I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit more. And again, excuse the messy space, but you know, I've been working all day. Actually, I've been working all day on these. And then here's our pink one. I love her so much. And then here is our gold one. Love that. This one, I was going for an old world feel with that one. And I think I accomplished it with the colors that I used. And then here is our little green and red one, and then here is another green and gold and burgundy. And did they all, oh, they all fit in the screen. I can't believe it. That is great. So I'll take pictures of these real quick. And everybody, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed Gnometastic Tassel Tuesdays. It's been a blast. This was our 4th and last one. However, that being said, I do not think that these are the last Gnome tassels that I will make. I am hooked on them. I love them. I do not have them out of my system yet, so I suspect you're gonna see more. So anyway, friends, thanks for watching. See you soon.